up, everyone? It's Neo back again. I am sorry it took so long to get these next videos out. I've been having technical difficulties at home with my internet, but I finally got all that fixed and solved and taken care of, so there should be no more issues getting videos up for you guys. Today, we're going to be doing something a little different. I recently installed the Dolphin emulator on my PC, and I decided I'm going to go back and touch one of my favorite game series as a child, the Pikmin series. This isn't a very popular series, although now it's getting more attention with the whole Pikmin Blue map that came out, but the OGs know that it wasn't always about walking around and picking flowers, okay? We used to have to actually worry about our Pikmin's lives. Now, I played Pikmin 1 and 2 back in the day on the GameCube when I had one. I've never played Pikmin 3, although I also have installed the Wii U emulator and Pikmin 3, and I plan on doing a full series playthrough of these games because my childhood, I love it, it's fun, I'm good at it. But anyways, today we're going to be starting with Pikmin 1, a brand new game, and I say we should just go ahead and hop into it. Also, I probably will make these next few episodes a bit shorter than I've been making them, just to save time and help me get them up, just in case something does go wrong with my internet again, because that was bullshit. But we're going to begin. We're going to start a new Captain's Log. The impact site. My name is Captain Olimar. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out, and I awoke on the surface of a weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone. I'm stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate this planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. My life support systems can function for only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin by then... No, better not to think about it. I must find the missing ship parts. Okay, so this is our little buddy, Olimar, and we're going to be working with him, well, we control him, in order to fix his spaceship so he can go home and not die. Because, as you'll find out in later Pikmin games, he has actually landed on Earth many years in the future, and humans are extinct. And the planet is covered in oxygen, which he cannot breathe because he is from a different planet. And as of right now, he looks pretty screwed. His ship is in pieces, he's all by himself. There's no telling what he's supposed to do. So we're just gonna venture over this way. Oh, there we are. Our little man Olimar done found something. A strange thing has appeared before me. I had barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. I shall call this an onion too. So this is the onion. And this is where the little Pikmins live. And they're all extinct right now until Olimar comes for some reason. I don't know. The onions wake up when Olimar gets there. They release one single little Pikmin. That's what this thing is. Oop, didn't mean to start the scene yet. The seed that the onion dropped took root in the soil and has now produced an adorable little sprout. The sprout emits a strange light and it sways back and forth without benefit of wind. I cannot help but think it is calling to me. I am compelled. I must approach it and press A. Yes, because you would totally know that pressing A would make you grab it. But before I do that, what was I saying? Okay, this is the onion, and it makes more Pikmin. It's kind of cool. Not sure how it works. They bring stuff to it, it sucks it up, and pops seeds out the top. And it knows somehow when all the Pikmin go extinct, because then it releases one single seed. Also, this is running in 4K on the Dolphin emulator, so the textures may not look that great, because like I said, this is an old game. But the rest of it looks pretty good, honestly, in my opinion. This is our little buddy, the Pikmin. Extraordinary. When I plucked the sprout, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Picking it has done no visible damage. It just stands there staring at me. Its shape is similar to the pick brand carrots I love so much. I believe I shall call it a Pikmin. Here I am, stranded on a toxic planet, Earth, fighting to survive, and yet I'm intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try to grab it and throw it with A, and I will call it to my side with B. Perhaps it will react to C and X as well. That's just controls for the camera. Following controls appear to allow me several viewpoints. L, R, Z. I must survive. I need to familiarize myself with these controls and my surroundings. Okay, so what we do now is I can zoom out now. That's cool. We got a little bird's eye view. We can throw these guys, and they go where we throw them. We call them back. They come back, and the little C stick lets you move them around like little army men. So what we have to do, it doesn't tell you, it expects you to figure it out, is you gotta take this little guy and throw him at this thing, and if they land on top, just an immediate takedown. And then you throw him back, and he'll pick it up, and he'll make that cute little noise while he does his little dance, and carries it back to the onion. Astonishing! The onion has sown more seeds. This small red pellet the Pikmin harvested after cutting down a flower appears to be some type of food that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be a sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study this strange life form more. So we did that one. Alright, little buddy, now go back, pick it up. The seeds also grow a lot faster in Pikmin 2. I spent a lot of time waiting on little Pikmins to pop out the ground. And like I said, I played this a lot as a child, so I pretty much know where everything I have to do is. The only thing, the final boss in this game, I have never beaten it. So that is something I'm aiming to do in this playthrough, is to finally defeat the final boss. Because you can beat the game without beating him, but there's a third ending you get if you do beat him. And I would really enjoy to finally see it by earning it myself, instead of looking it up on YouTube. And the number on the pellet is how many Pikmin it'll take to lift it. But if you do double that number, they'll carry it faster. The way he runs is so funny. He just throws his arms back like, let's go, you guys. Come on, fellas. You gotta help your bros. And see, I'm repeatedly pressing A to pick all of them, even though the game hasn't told me I can do that yet. The Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups to perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all I've learned of Pikmin conduct. This is just a repeat of all the controls and stuff. I don't really need that. And now over here, miraculously, and not entirely ironically I guess, is the engine. The most important piece of his ship just so happened to fall 10 feet away from him. Amazing! There's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I have already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get it back to the dolphin? The Pikmin. We do not have enough. We need 20. We only have 14, so we're going to go up here. We're going to get these pellets. And it's going to give us more Pikmin. Come on, you guys. We can do it. Help that guy. There you go. Now it's going to tell me I can repeatedly tap A to pick all of them at once. I've noticed that when I add Pikmin to my group, they become filled with excitement and flushed with bright color. At other times, they revert to a paler hue and give off a dim glow. Paying close attention to these differences is bound to help me distinguish between Pikmin. Come on, fellas. They make little noises when you pull them out of the ground, and it's adorable. Alright, fellas. Pick her up. There we go. Now haul her back. I wonder, like, it doesn't show him informing them where to take the engine of the ship. So I wonder how they know to take it to his ship. Are they just like, well, this obviously isn't food for us, so we're not taking it back to the Onion where he wants us to take it. And then there's like, I guess we just towed his ship. And why do they obey his every command? It's never really touched upon why they obey him so greatly. I'll probably do day 1 and 2 in this recording, and then do other days separated, because there's more than just these little red guys hanging about. There's 2 other colors we have to discover. I love that. I love that scene. He's so excited. Oh, glorious. With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back towards home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly, but what has become of the remaining parts? That search starts tomorrow. Now, I gotta say, my little homie is brave for trusting that spaceship to even not explode in the process of getting off the ground. Like, obviously it's not going to get very high, but wherever it goes, if you're planning to stay there all night, it has to stay there in that condition. Like, watch this shit. Like, what, bruh? I'd be scared to death. One day since impact, I have somehow managed to launch the Dolphin. but I was surprised to see the onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface, or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons? Either way, it seems they will help me again tomorrow. The dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hokotate. Analysis shows life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the keys to my survival, I name it the Forest of Hope. I explore it tomorrow. This is a rundown of all the Pikmin you sprouted, lost, and left behind. Because if they die in battle, and if you leave them behind, they can't survive overnight, so they die. And a pretty sad scene where it shows you the Pikmin you left behind being eaten by creatures. It's not pleasant. This is the world map overview, where you pick where you want to go. As for right now, we can only go here, so this is where we will go. The Forest of Hope. My dolphin has returned to the surface, along with the Pikmin's onion. Being alone on this strange planet makes me somewhat uneasy, so I shall call the Pikmin out of the onion. All I need to do is stand in the light beneath the onion and press A. They're so adorable. Let's go, you guys. A yellow pellet. I wonder what that could be foreshadowing. Come on. Now we head over here to this grass because it is beautiful. The Pikmin love this grass. If it does what it's supposed to do. There it goes. Another intriguing discovery. A local variety of grass produces a sort of yellow nectar. When the Pikmin drink this delicacy, they instantly mature into flowers. This apparent Pikmin favorite seems to be full of nutrition. Closer observation is needed to determine the strengths and why can't I say this word? I'm good at words. Peculiarities of these flower Pikmin. I don't know why I struggled with that. We still got some leaves left. There's some over here. The flower Pikmin are faster, stronger. I think that's it. They're just faster and stronger. Come on, you guys. Now we're gonna break down this wall. Sorry I got quiet, I was just looking around. Something I'll show you guys when we get to Pikmin 2 is something I didn't realize until actually this year when I watched a YouTube video on it, is most of the areas in Pikmin 2 are redos of these areas to be like from the future. And I'll show you when we get there, but once you notice it, it makes a lot of sense. But these things are bulborbs. Well, actually in Pikmin 2 you find out these aren't baby bulborbs. They're bread bugs that have evolved to mimic Bulborbs so they don't get killed. But in this one, they're Bulborbs, because he doesn't know that yet. And what we do is we make our little Pikmins a blue pellet. What could that be hiding? We make our little Pikmins kill these creatures, and then they take their dead bodies back to the onions, and it makes more Pikmin. There's some more over there, and that is the Big Mama. That's Big Mama Bulborb. But thankfully you don't have to pick Pikmin forever. Once it gets to 100, it doesn't sprout any more seeds out, and they just start automatically being born in the onion, and that's really helpful. Have some juice, my friends. Now come on. We got Bulborbs to kill and ship parts to receive. Don't you eat my Pikmins. Come on, fellas. Should have enough. Why, it's the Eternal Fuel Dynamo. It has an unlimited energy supply. I won't have to worry about saving electricity anymore. This will make my fight for survival a bit easier. Nope, you need 40. Golly. All these sleeping Bulborbs have no idea. That death is coming for them. In the form of little red creatures with flowers on their heads. I know all more, I'm sorry. Alright, let's get it. Now the trick to these is to come up behind them and just throw your Pikmin on top of it as fast as you can. Pray to God that you keep up. Oh wow. My clock has indicated the coming of noon. From now on, I must pay close attention to the sun meter on my monitor and choose my actions accordingly. So, it's best for me to review my monitor's data. Across the top of my monitor are the sun meter and day display. At the bottom are my spacesuit damage meter and Pikmin gauges. From the left, these numbers reflect Pikmin under my command, Pikmin in the field, and total Pikmin, including those in the onions. To adjust my monitor, I can press L to rotate the camera, R to zoom, and Z to change the viewpoint. I can also press Y to view a detailed computer analysis. Alright boys, take him home. Don't worry, the rest of you got something to carry too. Eternal Fuel Dynamo. This should light things up. No more candles for me. I have now recovered 2 out of 30 parts. If I can find just 3 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. They all shout yay in the background because they know they helped. Why is this game so cute? Now, if I am fast enough, I should be able to get the shock absorber up here. The trick to this is you gotta throw all your Pikmin up here first, because the only way for you to get up here, because you can't jump, is through the water. And Pikmin cannot survive in the water. Not the red ones at least. They will drown. It would be quite sad. And now we have to climb up this little route right here. It's the shock absorber. This apparatus counteracts the shaking and swaying that normally occurs during flight. It's smooth sailing with this in place, usually. I think that was a nod at the fact that him crashing on this planet was not smooth sailing. If you're not fast enough, this happens. And he eats them. Stop it! How dare you? You should be ashamed of yourself. Eating poor helpless Pikmin while they beat you on your back. Come on, you got your flower. Come on. The shock absorber. This nifty little device counteracts the shaking and swaying experienced in typical spaceflight. You just repeated the same thing. 2 more parts, I can increase the capabilities. That'll be no problem, Olimar. This day's almost over. They trip while they follow you sometimes. It's adorable, but it can also be very annoying. way he runs. They build little bridges. They pretty much do whatever this homeboy tells them to. And I don't understand it. There's a reason I didn't go in that other place that I opened up. That's for the next episode. There's a surprise in there. Alright, and it's almost sundown. My clock is indicating the approach of sunset. Pikmin waiting beneath the dolphin and onions will probably enter the onions on their own. But if I don't call the stragglers and add them to my group, they may not be able to get back. I am sure that the Pikmin still planted are safe, but I am somewhat concerned about leaving Pikmin to fend for themselves in the darkness. And we shall not do that, Olimar. No Pikmin left behind. There's really nothing else for us to do besides wait this time. Wait for the clock to count down. So, I guess I'll use this time to chat a little bit with you guys. What's up? Been a minute. It won't take us long for the next video, I promise. I'm gonna get it all down. Oh, here's the countdown. At the end of this countdown, it ends the day, no matter what you're doing or how many Pikmin you've left just sitting somewhere. And once it gets to 0, you're screwed. I still wouldn't trust it, bro. Yeah, see, if we had left any behind, that thing right there would come up and eat them all. It would eat them all. 2 days since impact. It appears that many of my ship's parts have landed in this region. If I can just recover the parts of my radar, I should be able to use my radar screen. How that would improve my chances. Then I'd only have to press Y to locate my parts. Yet, there seems to be many hostile life forms here. If I am attacked and my spacesuit takes damage, I must return to my ship, stand in front of it, and press A to make suit repairs. As I explore, I must pay attention to my suit's damage meter in the bottom left corner of the screen. We lost 6 Pikmin today. Pour one out for your boys. Alright, and with that, I'm going to end this episode. We'll head in for day 3 in the next one, and we will discover what's beyond that wall that I broke down. Let me know if you guys liked this video down in the comments. Leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next one.